Imagine the horror of being tied to a stake by madmen and forced to watch your people being slaughtered, of knowing what could save many lives but being restrained from taking that action. That was President Barack Obama today, showing the sorrow, anger and frustration of being chained to an anachronism in the US Constitution by a lickspittle American Congress. But Obama made a couple of mistakes in his speech. He said Australia is like the United States. We're not. We decided not to be. We decided to grow up instead and become a more reasonable, rational society that explicitly values human life and prefers to think the best of people rather than the worst. The US has never shed its Wild West mythology. It's a country that values property more than life. Americans still use their courts to kill people, which sends a message in its own way. Unlike the US, we collectively decided to have a decent social safety net, the concept of a living wage, and make good education and healthcare freely available. Most of us are wary of those with extreme views of any kind. Unlike Australia, the US is strongly divided on racial, religious, political and social lines. We have our problems, significantly worse in some places than others, but overall our gaps are bridgeable. The US seems to prefer to use its societal chasms as moats and defend their borders. The dystopian viewpoint is a significant theme in American literature and pop culture, the assumption that the US is a disaster away from national rape and pillage. Having never made peace with its past, which pretty much was one of rape and pillage, it hasn't escaped it. It is a nation that is collectively paranoid. It doesn't help to have a large body of religious fanaticism. It doesn't help anywhere, whatever the particular brand. There's little difference between the violently fundamentalist Christian, Muslim, Hindu or Jew. And it's all fodder for the deranged American gun lobby, with a Bible in one hand and an assault rifle in the other. We have our share of deranged individuals, but we try not to empower them. We don't promote violence for good or bad, and increasingly decry the bad. That was another mistake Obama made, talking of responsible gun owners having firearms to protect their families. The statistics have long been in. Having firearms is more likely to endanger families than to protect them. Obama is not immune to the paranoia. And so when domestic terror struck at Port Arthur and John Howard showed political leadership, we overcame our rat bags and agreed to reasonable controls on firearms. It's safe to say we're now rather proud of our gun laws. They demonstrably, unequivocally work. No, we are not like America. We're a society the USA should aspire to be.